Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cook and Share. You know what? I walked into the store, I was going to buy some dinner rolls and thought, nope, I'm going to try and make my own. Went home and did, and they came out absolutely spectacular. So let me show you how to do this. Okay, let's start with our yeast mixture. And what I've got here is some warm water and some 110 degrees, something like bath water. So to this, I'm going to add 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast, and you can pick this up in just about any grocery store. And it's always good to have on hand. Then we're going to throw in a teaspoon of white granulated sugar, and this is going to activate the yeast. You know, really get things jumping around. Go ahead and give everything a good stir around. Alrighty then, what we're going to do is set this aside in a warm, dry place for about 5 or 10 minutes until it becomes foamy and bubbly. Meanwhile, while the old yeast is becoming foamy and bubbly, we're going to start with the dry mixture by adding in 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, I'm using the bowl of my stand mixer. If you don't have a stand mixer, just go ahead and use a bowl. Follow the flour with a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. Now, I like my dinner rolls a little on the sweet side. If you don't, cut back a little bit on the sugar. About 1/2 teaspoon of the old saltation, not too much because you don't want it salty. Grab up the old whisk and just whisk everything together until it is well combined. Now for the wet ingredients, starting with a 1/4 cup of melted butter. Well, just about melted. I just threw it in the microwave. 2 eggs, I cracked them in a bowl first because I don't want shells in there. I mean, you don't want somebody saying, these are really good dinner rolls, even with the shells. And that foamy yeast mixture, and look how foamy it is. Didn't that work well? Now we'll just use the old mixer with the dough hooks and turn it on and mix it up until a dough forms. And you can beat this by hand too, guys. It's just a little bit more work. Okay, next up we're going to lightly flour a flat surface here. Throw the dough on, and we're going to knead this up for about 5 minutes or so. That's the most work, but it does build muscle. Then what you want to do is kind of form this into a dough-shaped ball. Alrighty then, grab up some oil and throw it into the bottom of a good clean bowl. Then grab that dough ball. Indeedy, this does look pretty good, guys, and I'm just going to kind of pinch it shut and make a little better ball out of it. Or maybe it's a disc, I don't know, something like that. Place it onto the bottom of that oiled bowl. Just kind of swirl it around a little bit so it gets covered with that oil. You know, top and bottom type of thing. Then throw a bit of cling wrap over the top. Then we're going to set this aside in a warm place for, I'd say about an hour until it doubles in size. After about an hour, it has doubled in size, and man, has it ever doubled in size. Wow. Good job, Mr. Yeast. So I'm going to take that cling wrap off and give it a poke down just to release the air. Set it on the surface and get it into kind of like a rectangle shape. Then I'm just going to kind of grab up the old pizza cutter, you can use a knife too, and cut the dough into 4 pieces. So actually 4 quadrants type of thing. Then grab up each quadrant and I kind of form this back into a triangle type of thing. And then we're going to tuck this under and make it into a roll. Hope I'm not being too technical here. Then I'm just going to take my pizza cutter again and cut the roll into 4 sections, and that's going to be 4 dinner rolls. So if we do the math, we have 4 rolls and 4 dinner rolls out of each roll. That's 16 dinner rolls. Hope I did the ciphering right. And most of all, hope I explained it well. Then take each dinner roll and kind of fold it towards the bottom and give it a spin around so it all looks nice and pretty like a real dinner roll. Something like this. I think this looks pretty darn good. And that makes our 16 kind of cool looking dinner rolls. Okay, what I've done here is sprayed a baking pan with some baking spray, and I'm just going to set those dinner rolls on with a little bit of space in between. Now we're going to go ahead and cover these up with a damp cloth. And we're going to set them in a warm place for about half an hour or so. I know it seems like a lot of work, but it's well worth it. After sitting for about half an hour, we'll just lift the cloth and take a peek inside. And oh, just look at this, guys. Don't they look absolutely wonderful? As somebody said, I couldn't have done better myself. Now we're going to throw these into a 375 degree preheated oven for about 17 to 20 minutes. And if you're on the old metric system, that's 190 Celsius. After about 18 minutes, there they be, guys. Don't these look perfect? I told you it was worth it. But before serving these, I'm going to brush them up with some melted butter just to make them all look yummy and glossy like. And these do smell really good, guys, like dinner roll like. Alrighty, guys, let's cut into these and see what we got. And just look at these. They look fluffy and ever so perfect. Oh my goodness. Crack them open. They are indeed fluffy. Oh, just a great texture. You are going to love these, guys. Add some fresh butter to them and you are ready for dinner. Yes, they are a must make. Go ahead and make them up, and if you do, leave us a comment and give us a like because it does help the channel out, and most of all, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.